Hey, Miley. I heard you got a new boyfriend.
Huh? Who'd you hear that from?
Mom told me last night. How could you, keeping secrets from your big sister? I heard he came to the house to say hello to Mom and Dad. Why didn't you give me a heads up? I would have rushed over.
Well, because I didn't want to introduce you to him. I'm embarrassed to introduce you. You have no class, and to be honest, you're rude.
Huh? What do you mean by that, no class? Your sister? The one who graduated from an elite college? That big sister of yours? You have to be kidding me, LOL.
There, that's what I mean. That's what I hate about you.
Mom showed me a photo of this boyfriend of yours. I wouldn't call him handsome, LOL. To be honest, run-of-the-mill kind of guy. I see guys like that all the time. And his clothes, not brand-made stuff. Pretty drab, LOL.
I would prefer you say clean and polished. Brad is not like that. He hates that showy and tasteless fashion sense. It's always about brands. Like some people I know.
Boy, you've always been the black sheep of the family. Mediocre at school. Face? Nothing to write home about. Couldn't you at least have found a better guy? Take a look at me and my boyfriend. You can learn a thing or two about good looking. Where else can you find such a well-educated, good-looking couple like us, LOL?
Yeah, I heard this all before.
Well, let's just forget about looks or how he dresses. Where'd your boyfriend go to school, by the way? Which university did he graduate from?
Why do I have to even tell you that? Besides, it's none of your business.
It's got everything to do with me. You know, I'm getting married in 6 months. And if you end up marrying this guy, well then we're all relatives. I don't want to be embarrassed when I introduce my relatives to people. Oh my god, don't tell me you went to the community college in town. I know you're not too bright, but you wouldn't go out with a guy from that place.
Is educational background so important? If you have to know, he went as far as high school. He decided not to go on to college.
Huh? High school? You mean to tell me he only finished high school? Not higher education? You mean like really high school?
Yep, that's right.
You're kidding me, right? Tell me you're joking. He's a high school graduate, that's it?
Yes, that's right.
Huh? No way! I thought everyone went on to college these days, even if it's a community college.
He decided not to go on to college, so what?
This is unbelievable. Okay, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, but a boyfriend that's only a high school grad? This is too much, LOL. Wait, are you really, seriously going out with this loser? You're just dating, having a little fun, right? Do you really plan to marry a mere high school grad?
Yeah, I'm serious about him. I like him a lot. I'm planning on marrying him, and he feels the same way. That's why I came to meet Mom and Dad.
Holy crap, you're serious. Good grief. What are you going to do? Please. A high school grad, really?
And I keep saying, so what? I don't care about his educational background. I fell in love with him. What can I say? He's nice and he's courteous, and he's a damn hard worker. Couldn't ask for more. I fell in love with who he is, not his education.
Oh my god, you guys are still in high school. Fitting, LOL. You sound like a teenager. Just a couple of teenagers. You guys are made for each other.
Think what you like. I can't believe you're actually my sister.
Hey, so he only finished high school. What kind of work does a high schooler do? There is no way he can work at a major corporation. The only job I can think of him doing is some blue-collar stuff. Perhaps a bit of trash collecting, LOL. You know me. I went to a really elite college, so I'm not sure what such people do, LOL.
You're really being rude. He's in the food business. But Brad does not really want me to say much about his job.
Okay, a high school grad, working in the food industry. I know. He's a dishwasher, right? Yeah, I wouldn't want anybody knowing either. I would be totally embarrassed.
You got it all wrong.
Hey, about my wedding. I said you could bring a date, but please not this kid. I don't want him anywhere near our wedding.
Huh? What do you mean?
It means I don't want some uneducated dishwasher coming to my wedding. That's all. I can't very well tell my friends that this guy's my little sister's boyfriend, or worse, her fiance? Oh my god, no way. All my guests, as well as my fiancés, are all from top universities and they currently make considerable salaries. I even had qualms about inviting you. And you want to bring a high school grad who works the dishwasher? It's not happening.
Huh? And he's not a dishwasher.
Do you realize that we booked our wedding reception at that famous ristorante? There's a 3-year wait for that place. Do you even know what a ristorante is? It's a high-class restaurant that has a strict dress code. That's what a ristorante is. And you know what? The pâtissier, the pastry chef for a novice like you. This chef recently won a world-famous event in Paris. We're going to have him bake our wedding cake. Can you believe it? So you see, I don't want some high school grad coming to my wedding and tainting the whole affair. I hope you understand. We just can't allow ourselves to serve such low-status people, if you get my drift, lol.
You never change. I wish you would stop demeaning people like that. How could you say that, low-status people? Are you serious?
Well, it's true, isn't it? I mean, you guys are the ones who would be ashamed if you attended anyway. Besides, low status probably means he doesn't even have the proper clothes to wear. I don't want him coming to the wedding in his old high school sweatshirt, lol. We'd be the laughingstock of the whole town. Low status people will be restricted from attending my wedding. If you don't drop this guy before our wedding, well, I have no choice but to uninvite you to our wedding.
You know, I really didn't want to attend anyway. I don't want to attend a wedding of someone who disintegrates my boyfriend. Anyway, it would be a total waste to buy a wedding gift for the likes of you.
Don't be so stubborn. You're such a child, lol. Okay, so you're not attending the wedding. I'll scratch you off the list then. I guess you're just going to have to sit at home with your dishwasher boyfriend twiddling your thumbs. Hey, Miley, pick up. I was just at the restaurante where we're going to hold a reception. I was with the wedding planners and guess what? Your boyfriend was there. What was he doing there? Is he the dishwasher there, lol?
Huh? Hey, is the restaurante that you chose, is it the one where Brad works at?
Yeah, I guess it is, lol. I'm usually surrounded by very fashionable and handsome people, so with that country boy looks, he's really stood out. Spotted him right away. A high school graduate, and he can work at a high-class place like that, lol. But he's a professional dishwasher by now, lol. I wonder how much a dishwasher makes at a place like that.
Like I said, Brad is not a dishwasher.
Well, I couldn't very much ignore him, so I said hello. I said it was Brenda, Miley's older sister. I was just curious, so I had to ask. I asked him why he only finished high school. Was it because his folks were poor? Sorry, I had to ask. He was really nervous, stood there with his mouth agape. What a sight, lol.
I really can't believe you. He's working. How could you disrespect him like that? What's wrong with you?
So what if the dishwasher takes a little break? Nobody cares about some lowly kitchen staff, lol. Oh yeah, listen to this. I figured I would tell him since he was there. I told him that it was our policy not to invite people with inadequate educational backgrounds to your wedding. I went as far as to tell him that no such uneducated people enter the restaurante at least 1 month before my wedding, lol.
Have you totally lost it? You told him that?
Of course I did. I mean, a mere high school grad just seems vulgar, not for fit for respectable people like us. Nobody's lets a mangy stray dog into a restaurant, right? Much less a high-class place like that. I told him he's gonna work there. He needs to disinfect himself before entering.
I really can't believe I'm hearing this. Have you become unhinged? You definitely have a few screws loose.
My screws are perfectly fine, lol. Besides, your boyfriend, when I told him not to enter the restaurante, you know what he had to say? He said, "Very well, miss. I will do as you say." Can you believe this guy? For a mere high school graduate, he certainly knows his place. He didn't talk back at all and just sulked away like a beaten dog, lol. Not the vigorous and fearless young man, that's for sure, lol.
Oh boy, you went and did it. That means there will be no wedding cake. What a shame.
Huh? Cake? What the hell are you talking about?
Well, I suppose you already know where you work, so it doesn't matter anymore. Just going to have to be truthful, I guess. The Brad you so despise is the pâtissier at that restaurant.
Huh?
Yep, Brad studied at the top pâtissier academy in France, and he recently won the award at that world-famous pâtissier contest in Paris last year. That world-renowned pâtissier that you were so proud of? Well, that is none other than my boyfriend, Brad.
Now you're the one that has a few screws loose, lol. That uneducated country boy, a world-renowned pâtissier? Give me a break, lol.
It's true. His father's also a pâtissier. He currently works in Paris. That's right. Right after graduating from high school, he flew to Paris to be with his dad and to attend the pâtissier academy there. It was the same place his father graduated from. He then worked for several years at one of the top pâtissier establishments in Paris. He returned about 2 years ago and currently works at that restaurant where you plan to have your wedding, minus the cake, of course.
You're kidding, right?
No, I'm afraid it's true. Well, I guess you kicked him out, so nothing to do with you anymore, right? You told him to stay away for a month, right? I don't see how he'll be able to make that cake for you. I guess you're going to have to make do with something from Costco, lol.
Hold on a second. If that's true, no, it can't be. Why didn't you tell me about him when you first mentioned him?
Well, like I said, Brad didn't want me telling everyone. Some years back, a short while after he returned from Paris, this neighbor found out he was a pâtissier and constantly asked him to make her and her friends all kinds of pastries. He just could deal with that. That's why he wanted me to keep it quiet. But even though you didn't know his background, denigrating someone like you did, Brad, that's not what a respectable person does.
How could I have known? A mere high school grad, a fashionable occupation like a pâtissier? Who would think?
You always look at people according to their educational achievements. That's why you always end up in embarrassing situations.
Hold on a second. I just got a text message from the wedding planner. It seems because I restricted his entry into the restaurant, all the chefs in the kitchen are apparently furious. They said they were going on strike. They're not going to cook for my wedding. What the hell am I going to do?
The chefs are on strike? LOL. Oh, you really did it this time. Guess you're just going to have to apologize or find another venue.
I can't do that. I already told all my friends that I was holding my wedding reception at that place. I waited 3 years to reserve a spot there. I can't give it up now. No way I can find another place at this late date.
Well, your only option is to apologize. Right? If you're so set on having the reception there, I don't see any other way.
How am I going to? Oh yeah, Miley. You're his girlfriend. Talk to him and apologize on my behalf, please. Get him to come back.
Sorry, not going to happen.
Huh?
Why should I apologize? You created this mess, you clean it up. The responsible thing to do is to admit your mistake and apologize to Brad. Simple as that. And you're asking the wrong person. I'm still super pissed at you for trashing my boyfriend.
You want me to admit my mistake and apologize to this guy? Some snotty high school graduate? No way that's happening. You go and apologize to him. Do it now. I cannot stain my perfect lifestyle by stooping so low.
Well, you certainly have no remorse, I see. Wow, to think this is my older sister. How embarrassing. I will not help you out. That's it.
How could you treat your older sister this way? Just do as I say. That's an order. I'm practically begging you.
Maybe we should go back to elementary school and relearn proper etiquette at LOL. After that, my sister reluctantly went to the restaurant to apologize, but she immediately brought up her status as an elite college graduate with many rich friends or whatsoever. The usual drivel. Her attitude was so condescending that it just made things worse. What's more, during the supposed apology, she again blurted out the fact that Brad was a mere high school grad. She just couldn't keep her mouth shut. The restaurant staff were furious with her arrogance and they in turn canceled the reservation and prohibited her from ever again entering the restaurant. This incident also caused the relationship with her fiancé to go downhill. Well, that spat escalated beyond remedy and eventually they broke off the engagement. Brenda was so shocked by what had happened to her so-called perfect life, she wouldn't come out of the house anymore. Academic background does not make a person. I don't see why my sister does not realize that. I told Brad how sorry I was to have a sister like that. I was ready to break up with him, he so desired, but he had no intention of doing that, but instead smiled and forgave me. He even suggested that we have our wedding reception at the ristorante, lol. I'm sure I won't have to wait 3 years for a reservation.
Maggie, pick up! Where did you take Nathan? Why did you take him from the kindergarten without my permission? Stop ignoring me and reply! Ugh, please. These beeps are driving me nuts. The kids are exhausted after playing all day. I just got them to finally take a nap. You're going to wake them up with all your beeping messages. Who gave you the right to take Nathan? You lied to the teacher that I gave you permission to pick him up. You do realize that this is a crime. It's pure and simple kidnapping. Kidnapping? Ugh, please. You make me sound like some kind of monster. It's no surprise that I would pick him up. I mean, I am Nathan's real mom after all. What the hell are you talking about? I gave birth to Nathan. How could you be his mom? You, his real mom? Oh, for goodness sake. But it's gonna turn out this way sooner or later. Your husband and me, well, we're getting married. So obviously, Nathan becomes my child. Are you mentally challenged? Wait, so you're telling me that you're the one who's having an affair with my husband? And so if you remarry, you get custody of Nathan? Is that what you think? Bingo. That's exactly what's going to happen. I've been dreaming about this for a long time. That someday, Nathan would be my child. I only have a daughter, so I figured... I've been saying that to your husband, William, for some time now. But he didn't want the affair to come to light, so he told me not to talk about that too openly. Now that you know, I really don't have to keep it hush-hush. You know what I mean? Oh my, I just can't wait to hear Nathan call me Mommy one of these days. You are mentally unstable. I only found out about you guys a couple of days ago. And you act as though we're already divorced. Oh, for the love of God, do you have no shame? Shame? Why would I feel shame? What's so wrong about going out with someone you love and marrying that person? It's perfectly natural. And then to want that person's child? That's perfectly natural too. Yeah, perfectly natural. If that person was not my husband and the child was not mine, yeah, go for it. You can have that two-timing jerk. But Nathan is not going anywhere. Anyways, no way you guys will get custody. You're the ones who cheated on me. Of course we can get custody. You divorce him, and what happens? How are you going to support yourself, much less Nathan? On the other hand, I marry William, and our combined income will actually increase. So, picture this. We have a dirt-poor single mom and a financially stable rich family. Which would you consider better for a child? You really do have a wild imagination. Of course, sole custody will be given to the biological mother. No matter how you kick up a fuss, Nathan will never be your child. I don't know about that. I think you better accept the fact that he's mine. You better get mentally and emotionally prepared for the inevitable. I feel so sorry for you, to lose your husband and child. Oh, how dreadful. You talk as though you've already won. You're not even divorced yet. There are still things to work out with your husband, and about custody of your daughter, Sarah. Shouldn't you be more concerned about losing your own daughter, rather than focusing on taking someone else's kid? No problem there. My husband's never home. He's working overseas and never is home. He's really not concerned about us anyway. I'll just submit the paperwork. He probably won't even complain. And about Sarah, she's my daughter. Of course, she'll do whatever I ask. Unlike you, Sandy, I've got everything worked out. Everything worked out, huh? Pretty confident of you. I see. You keep it up, and you're going to fall flat on your face. Do I hear the desperate cries of a beaten dog? Besides, unlike you, I'm not the type to muff things up. You have nobody to fall back on. But I have William to support me. I can't wait to welcome Nathan into my family. And Nathan looks just like his father. He's gonna be so handsome when he grows up. Maybe I shouldn't bring him up as my child, but groom him to be my boyfriend. I'm still young and beautiful. It's possible, don't you think? Or maybe Sarah can marry him one day. Huh? Are you totally nuts? That's disgusting. Don't you lay a hand on my child, you thief! Sorry, but Nathan is my child. Keep your big mouth shut. You're going on and on about it, but you do realize we're not even divorced yet. And for you to take my child without permission is a crime. I'm heading out now to pick him up. So back off and hand him over. If not, I go to the police. Oh, really? How much longer are you going to be so high and mighty? Not long, I assure you. No use bickering with you, so I'll back off for now. But keep in mind that both William and Nathan will be mine one day. Soon. Yeah, keep it up. I assure you, I will destroy you. Answer me! How could you? You're despicable! You are a monstrous witch! Oh, hello, Maggie. What's the matter? What are you all worked up about? You spread rumors about William and my relationship. All the kindergarten moms are avoiding me like the plague. All my neighbors are eyeing me like I'm some kind of criminal. You spread those rumors, right? Speak up! Oh my, what a shame. So, everyone's eyeing you as if you're a criminal, huh? Feeling a bit of shame about having an affair with my husband? And I thought you had no feelings of remorse. My bad. Stop screwing around! Why did you have to spread such personal stuff at the kindergarten, for God's sake? What is this? Your idea of harassment? No, not harassment. All I did was put in a complaint to the kindergarten. A complaint? Why did you do that? What, are you daft? Obvious, isn't it? I got Nathan back, but my child was almost kidnapped. No, he was actually kidnapped. Our kids go to the same kindergarten, I know. But for the facility to just hand over a child without the parents' permission? That's a no-no. One mistake, and this could have become a criminal matter. How can you fault me as a mother for complaining about that? I also had them explain why that happened. And in the course of our conversation, the fact about you having an affair with my husband came up. Why did you have to tell them about our affair? And it was not only the teachers that knew, all the mothers knew as well. You spread those awful rumors, didn't you? Please. Spread rumors? You make me sound like some kind of monster. All I did was inform my fellow mothers that there was a dangerous kidnapper in our midst. Then they asked me what it was all about, and so all I did was provide all the details, including about the sordid affair. How could you? I pulled a lot of strings to get my kid into that kindergarten. Why did you have to go and tell everyone? Oh, I'm so embarrassed. I can't even show my face at the kindergarten anymore. Huh? Hold on a second. I thought you said you didn't do anything shameful. So you do have feelings of remorse? Shut the hell up. What are you up to? Blowing this all out of proportion. This is the sort of thing usually solved quietly behind closed doors. As I recall, you're the one who kidnapped my child and started this whole thing. I really didn't want this whole thing about my husband's affair getting out. As a matter of fact, I was going to just let it pass quietly, not make a big fuss out of it. But you had to go and push the wrong buttons. Do you think that this is the end of it? You know what? I was going to let you visit Nathan once a year, but I'm going to move far away and never let you see your kid again for the rest of your life. You're the one who won't see your kid again. I hear that your husband is going to take custody of your daughter Sarah. Haha. What the hell are you talking about? Why do you even know that? I contacted your husband, but I didn't know his line, so I called his office. They gave his number up in Vancouver, Canada. I gotta say, your husband was furious about your affair. What? You told my husband about the affair too? I was going to keep it quiet until the very end. He would have found out sooner or later. Besides, you say keep it quiet. How do you even do that? I was going to split up without telling him and just have him deposit his monthly salary. Now, my income, I was relying on that. Oh my God, you really are something. You're not only a kidnapper, but a con artist as well. Put a sock in it. I can do what I please. He's my husband. Not for long. Your husband is not your possession, and neither is Sarah. How can you or my husband take custody of the kids? Impossible. You won't be able to afford it, and you need both parents to bring up a child. I don't know about that. I think I can manage. I plan to move back with my folks after the divorce goes through. They live nearby, so Nathan can still keep attending kindergarten. And my folks said they would help out with Nathan's upbringing. Your husband also said he was going to take Sarah and go back to his parents' place. He said it wouldn't be a problem. So, you plan on sponging off your parents? Ugh, what a total loser. Having both parents is way better than having a single mom. Living off her parents, ugh. And financially? We make way more than you. You're not serious. You guys are going to make way less. Did you not consider that you have to pay compensation and also child support? Compensation? What are you talking about? Huh? Wait, are you serious? I knew you were a bit slow, but come on. Don't tell me you don't know about how all this compensation stuff works. Did you even go to school? As a member of modern society, you should know that. Oh, hold it. So you think you can have an affair, get a divorce, and not pay the consequences? Huh? What are you saying? Okay, let me explain this in layman's terms. You had an affair with my husband and destroyed our marriage. As a consequence of your actions, you must pay. I will be demanding at least $10,000, so keep that in mind. What? Are you loco? I'm not paying for that. And child support. That's the money you have to pay for your child's education and upbringing. Even though we get divorced, Nathan is still William's father. As a father, he's obligated to pay for Nathan's education. Obviously, you're also going to have to pay for Sarah's child support too, right? If you put all that into consideration, well, you guys will probably end up making less than me. Huh? What? No way. That much? That's not possible. It's illegal. It's way better than kidnapping or swindling your husband. Oh yeah, I haven't mentioned all this to my husband's workplace or yours, but if you fail to make the payments, I will have the courts deduct it from your salaries. Just so you know. Now, if you don't want people at work to know all about this, I urge you to be very careful. Sandy, hold on a second. I didn't know all that. I don't have that kind of money, and I don't want to lose my daughter, so please, I'll terminate this affair with William, and I apologize for taking Nathan without your permission, so please forgive me. I mean, we are friends, right? Huh? Really? We were friends? That's the first I heard. Please, I'll apologize, so please, make something up with my husband. Put things right, please. And about the kindergarten and the other moms, explain it to them. Make them understand. I'll do anything, just forgive me, please. I'm sorry, but you know what? I'm really reluctant to help out a criminal. Not my style. really sorry. I hope you understand. My lawyer will contact you later. We're all done here. Oh, and I will block you online. See ya. After that, I returned to my parents' place with Nathan, and from there, I submitted my papers for divorce. Well, they really pushed back, and we finally ended up in court, after which they finally agreed to a settlement, child custody payments, and I got sole custody of Nathan. As for Maggie's husband, he was able to get custody of Sarah, and even settled on a fair compensation. And most importantly, Maggie and William squabbled about the compensation and child custody payments, and eventually broke up. Both of them were apparently shunned by their respective parents. Even their friends didn't want anything to do with them. Last I heard, they're both working their butts off to pay the compensation and child custody payments. Nathan was a bit traumatized by all this. But with the loving support of my folks, he's back on track, enjoying his time at the kindergarten with all the other kids. When he was first kidnapped, I was out of my mind with worry, and really could not perceive how this would all play out. But it all worked out in the end. In fact, I feel a tremendous sense of relief.